Hello everybody, welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2021 action film Mortal Kombat. A film that is directed by Simon McQuaid, and it stars Louis Tan, Jessica McNamee, Josh Lawson, Joe Taslim, Macon Brooks, Matilda Kimber, Hiroyuki Sanada, Chin Han, and Ludi Lin. Now, this obviously is the big budget remake, I suppose, of the Mortal Kombat film. Now, Mortal Kombat is obviously a very, very famous gaming franchise. I used to play a lot of Mortal Kombat when I was younger. I don't play fighting games so much these days, but I'm obviously well aware of this film, and I'm well aware of certainly the Mortal Kombat films from the 90s that are guilty pleasures for many. Now, many people have been really looking forward to this film with the trailers and things like that. I'll be honest, I didn't watch any of the trailers. Now, I've tried to make a conscious decision on some movies not to watch trailers because I've been trapped by that so many times where they basically spoil movies. I think sometimes the trailers. So I've purposely avoided trailers for this and a couple of other things. Sometimes my curiosity just gets the better of me depending on how excited I am for the film. But I'm not like a super fan or anything when it comes to Mortal Kombat films and the franchise, so I wasn't, super interested. But what do we get with this big budget remake? Well, essentially, let's be honest guys, are you really here for the story with this film? I would suggest not, and if you are familiar with the Mortal Kombat games and the franchise, you already know the story. Earthrealm is in danger. If it loses one more Mortal Kombat tournament, it's had it, basically, and the other world will slave humanity, basically. So there are a number of fighters throughout the world that have got these marks on them, and they are being rounded up to put up the best fight possible against these invading forces. And that is essentially the best you're going to get here with this film in regards to story. And like I've said, if you're here for intellectual entertainment, shall we say, you're going to be disappointed. This isn't going to fulfill that. If you're here to see people kicking ass and taking names, then this is going to be the film for you. And I'm sure any serious person watching this film knows what they're going to get with it. So please don't go into this film thinking you're going to get really top-notch writing, dialogue and plot, because it ain't happening. The best I think this film gets to that is the opening act. And I thought it was a brilliant start to the movie. We get basically the origin story of Sub-Zero and Scorpion, and I thought it was absolutely brilliant. I thought it was a fantastic start to the film. After that, it starts getting a bit by the numbers in regards to story, and the ham-fisted way it introduces characters. Familiar names and characters that you will all know as you play these games and remember the previous films and things like that. But when this film delivers, and delivers big time, is when it decides to start the action scenes and the fighting scenes. They are outstanding. Really top-notch stuff. Edge of the seat stuff. Really fun action scenes. The effects were good. They've obviously put a lot of time and effort into the effects. It doesn't take over the movie, and they looked really good. And the how the fights are choreographed are really done respectfully. And yeah, it's very violent. It's Mortal Kombat, of course it is. Is it as violent as the video games? No. I mean, we've all seen the fatalities and things on those games, on the clips on YouTube and wherever. And no, it's not just as over the top as the fatalities on the games. I don't think they get away with it in the movie, to be honest. But they're not a million miles away. There are 2 or 3 deaths in the film that skim very close to that line of gruesome death, shall we say. If I'm honest, my favourite character in the film was Kano, played by Josh Lawson. the Aussie Kano. I just thought he was really funny. He was absolutely full of one-liners, and he was easily my favourite character in the film. Bags of personality. Unfortunately, the majority of everybody else in the film were very much generic, by-the-numbers characters. You just barely managed to root for Cole Young, but only barely. They didn't write his character particularly well. You didn't really feel like you wanted to root for him that much, but there was enough there for you to kind of, understand his character and root for him a little bit, I suppose. But there are some really entertaining moments in the film that I really, really enjoyed. The only time this film really falters is when they slow the action down and they start talking. Thankfully, though, it doesn't last long, the talky bits. And some of the talky bits that certainly involve Kano are actually quite entertaining. In fact, the only talky bits that involve Kano are actually entertaining. The rest of them are very, very forced, and that's due to the bad writing, the poor dialogue, really, and the delivery sometimes. But I thought the best thing in the film was the Sub-Zero Scorpion thing. It was handled brilliantly. Liu Kang, who I think should have been a bit more of a major character here, was kind of pushed to the sidelines a little bit. But, it swings and roundabouts. Put it this way, if you like action films, if you like martial arts films, if you like the Mortal Kombat franchise in any way, I think you're going to get what you think you're going to get from this film. I found it massively entertaining. Really, really enjoyed my time watching the film. It's just a case of click your brain off, have some fun, don't take it too seriously, and you'll enjoy yourself. I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10 for exactly what it is, and that is a really fun, entertaining action film. It's not pretending to be anything else, thankfully. It's just, it is what it is. So that is my review for Mortal Kombat. I hope you liked it. Thank you very much for watching. Of course, I will be back with plenty more content on the channel very, very soon.